This smell hit David before he even flicked on the bathroom lights. It wasn't the usual sharp, bitter odor of a normal mess. This was deeper, hotter, heavy, like the air inside a sealed attic in midsummer. It clung to his skin as he stepped inside, the darkness thick and buzzing with flies that shouldn't have been there. He reached for the switch. The light clicked on, and he froze. Something was sitting across the toilet seat, heavy enough to bow the plastic, long enough to stretch edge to edge. A single enormous turd, glistening in the weak overhead light like something pulled from the bottom of the earth. It shouldn't have been possible. No human could have made that. Not even an animal he knew of. It was too big, too dense, too coiled with purpose, like it hadn't been dropped, but placed deliberately. The bathroom was silent except for David's heartbeat. He stepped closer, barely breathing. The turd wasn't just large, it was warm. He could see faint heat shimmering above it. The air around it felt humid, like breath on his face. But what made his stomach twist wasn't the size. It was the indentation on the porcelain behind it. A perfect circular mark pressed into the seat as if something heavy had sat there moments before he arrived. He checked the window. It was locked. He checked the door. It was locked. No one else lived in the house. The smell thickened. The hairs on his arm rose. Something about the room felt wrong, like he wasn't alone. The shadows in the corners looked deeper, shifting and pooling like liquid. He swallowed, stared at the giant mass, and then he saw it. A trail. A thin brown smear leading off the back of the seat down the side of the toilet, across the tile, disappearing behind the shower curtain. David's breath caught in his throat. The turd on the seat wasn't the only one. With trembling fingers, he reached out and pulled the curtain aside. A second massive turd sat in the bathtub. This one was twisted, thicker, heavier, like a curled beast resting in its den. The drain gurgled beneath it, straining and bubbling as if something had crawled through and left this behind like the shed skin of a python. The room vibrated faintly. The mirror rattled. Somewhere deep in the pipe, something moved. A wet, slow crawl echoing through the plumbing. Then the toilet flushed on its own. The lights flickered, and from the dark drain, David heard it. A low, vibrating rumble. The sound of something big pushing and squeezing upward towards him. He stumbled back, eyes wide, the stench growing so intense it felt alive, filling the room like a presence. A bubbling sound rose from the bowl, and the water level rose. Then it bulged, and something enormous began to force its way up through the toilet. David ran. Behind him, the pipes groaned and the porcelain cracked, and the house filled with the monstrous, suffocating smell of a thing being born. He didn't stop running, because whatever had left those impossible turds wasn't done yet.